Okay, unfortunately that did not go as planned. I've got one here in the truck, and the other one busted his nose, and he didn't make it. But anyway, here's what we got. We reset our trap here. Got our trip string right here tied to that side. Come over here to a pulley. Goes up to a rod. I just got propping that door up, and I just got tied to the top of it there. Show you here. See this rod right here? I just got barely under the edge of this door right here. Just barely underneath there, kind of hair trigger. But the idea, and I bait just a little out front, and they come in. Well, then right here, I put quite a bit of corn. See, there's my, where's that? There's my trip string. So right here in front of it, I put a pretty good amount of corn. So hopefully a bunch of them will hang up right here. And then as they kind of filter in here and start fighting over this corn, they'll mosey onto the back. And then they'll start fighting to trip this string, and hopefully got a whole pen full. Last night's the first night that they've come back in a long time. Of course, this was this is a big hay field, and they just cut it here this past week or so and baled it. I just seen another group over there a while ago as I was coming in over there, and I have another one of my drop traps over there. I made a video about setting it up the other night, but unfortunately, that one there, we had to dispatch him. These long traps, the longer the trap, the worse it is sometimes. It doesn't happen very often, but they'll run to the end of that trap, and they'll just keep running and hitting it, and they'll just mess themselves up. I hate it. I hate it. That's the only part I hate about this deal. I mean, they're all going to go, they're being disposed of anyway eventually, but in the process, I get to trap them, make a little gas money off the deal, and then these people, they get to sell them for hunts and tax money, everything else. I mean, it's just a big revolving door. But anyway, just kind of a crappy morning on my end. I got a 50%. I caught two and got to keep one. So, but we got two more out of this farmer's field. See if I can show you right here just some of the trails and different things and what they're doing. And it's like right here, I suppose after maybe I trapped these, one laid down here. They just root around. Anyway, just a crappy morning as far as that goes. At least they did start coming back in here. So maybe tomorrow morning, hopefully they're going to get in here, and hopefully I'll have a good load tomorrow. I'm not sure where they're coming in here at. I know there was a trail back off over here coming in under the fence. I was thinking maybe there was one right here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, here's a new trail right here. See this trail going back up in through there. So maybe they'll start coming back in here. So they've been coming in right there. You can see that. And see some rubbins back in there. So maybe I'll start catching a good group here. There's some pretty good tracks. They're not monsters, but they're like, that's probably a 100-pound pig right there. There's some more tracks going off out through there. But anyway, we'll try to get them going here. I don't know. I just hate mornings like that when things don't go right. You start catching them, and then something goofy happens, or there's one guy I was trapping on, one of my buddies. Probably had 30 hogs in the trap. My father-in-law, he's back there backing me up, and I backed into the trap, and it buckled actually was this trap right here. but we had, I'll show you, we had pins in it. We just had individual pins like here and down here. And when I did, it pushed that trap and it popped one of them bottom pins up somehow, and them hogs hitting it. And every stinking one of them got out, got out of there. So we come up with these rods that go all the way down, and I can even drive them in the ground if I want to. But then I stretched this trap out and took a few panels off of it, made it a little bit smaller. Right now it's probably, I don't know, what's that, 4 to 5 foot wide by about 20 foot long. And got tops on the ends. This here trap is the one I had over at Velma, and I caught, he was probably a 250 plus pound boar, and he was a hamp. He only had a hamp stripe on one side, but he followed me all around that trap. And when I was on the other end, but when I got to where I just passed this top, standing there looking at him, he's just standing there flat-footed, and this is about 5 foot trap. I'm about 6'4" and a half, something like that, 6'4". Standing there flat-footed, just looking at me. He never reared up anything, just cleared this, landed right on top of me. Dude, all I could think of was to keep his head off of me. He had big old teeth, and they can tear you up with them teeth. But we both hit the ground. His hoof hit me on my leg and cut it up a little bit. But that's all I got out of that deal. And anyway, I came and I put a complete top on this thing. And I hate doing that because if you know, on these string traps, if you catch a deer, at least like this way, they can jump out. But anyway, I think it was about a week, and I caught him again, and that dude was mad. I mean, you talk about mad. I was hooking up that deal on my pickup, and he was jumping, hitting that door, and it was like you could imagine him hitting you in the back of the legs, you know. And but anyway, I got him loaded up, and he went off to the ranch somewhere and caught that sucker. I know it's him because he had that hamp on that stripe on that one side. He's just a half. And then after that, get my stuff put up here. But anyway, I got rid of him. So you got to watch out because they can clear that trap right there easy. I've had them. I got a trap that I know is exactly 5 foot tall, and I had close to, I bet she's close to 300 pounds. It's a huge pregnant sow. And she run down, my wife was with me that night, and she run down and hit the end of that trap about 3 times. I told my wife that she's fixing to go over. And sure enough, she got her chest over there, and she got her back feet hooked in that panel and kicked over and got out. I was sick. I was like, ah, man, that's a big old freaking sow. But what do you do? I mean, that's part of the trapping deal. It's not always glorious and easy. You know, there's a lot to it that people don't think about. It is fun. I do enjoy it, and it's needed. We got to get the pigs out of here. I'll show you right here. It's wheat field right there. This is that one I showed you the other night where, except on down here on the other end, is where I had got my drop trap. Oh, here's the trail right here. Well, they started coming in here good last night. Look here, this is an old trail, but they started using it. Started rooting right here. Yeah, there. This trap may pay off for me. Well, looky there, how deep that is. See if I can show you how deep this hole is right here. Just really straight down all along here, and this ain't very bad. This is just slight. They can come in and just plow a place, especially like right here. This is all sandy, real sandy soil. This is just little old sand, and they can. It's kind of like on a river, but this ain't the river. But anyway, they can get in that type of dirt right there, and they can plow. Of course, they can get into dirt that you couldn't dig with a shovel and plow it up. Anyway, I got a few more traps to check. Out of here, got to probably take a trap development today. My buddy over there again, where I say about that hog jumped on me. They said they're back in on him. Of course, anytime you get your deer feeder set out, they're gonna show up looking for corn. And you know, I've thought about not even posting this video about, you know, when you have one go bad in the trap like that. But that's part of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to glorify it or anything else. I hate it. I'm ashamed of it. I don't like it. But sometimes you get one like that and they just lose their mind. They just go crazy, and the more they hurt themselves, the crazier they get. And you try to stay calm and keep them calm, and most of them will. They'll hit it a couple times, you know, and actually they've already hit it all night long. And so anyway, it just sucks. That's part of it sometimes. Not to be negative, it's a fun, I guess, sport. Like I said before, it's kind of like watching my drop traps I can call from my phone. It's kind of like hunting, and you don't have to kill them, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're that stupid getting out of the trap. Gosh, dang it. I'd probably do the same thing if I was trapped, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get on down the road. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday. Everybody wish her happy birthday. Ain't gonna say how old she is, but I don't know how I got her, but she stuck with me 23 years now. So together we've got 4 kids, 8 grandkids. Awesome. They're all awesome. They're all doing great. So proud of them, man. Just proud of them. They all got jobs and just, you know, just doing their thing. You know, I'm just so proud of them. I'm so blessed that, you know, praise God that I pray none of them, kids or grandkids, ever get into drugs or anything like that. I mean, we've all had our things, our little whatevers. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you, God. Anyway, I gotta get up here. I gotta get around. Just want to give a shout out to my awesome wife, supporting me in all this craziness. It's been a crazy life. Her old daddy got me into this mess, trapping. But first we was hunting hogs with dogs. He's 80, fixed to be 87. He's dealt with, right now he's dealing with prostate cancer. He's been dealing with that for years. They get under control and it tries to come back, and it got in his bones and his back and his leg, and they keep knocking it back, and he keeps on going. He's had a knee replacement, hip replacement. He's just a bear of a man. I mean, he's huge guy. I mean, he's like 6'2", and weighed like 350 for years. He's down like 250 now, I think. But just a beast of a man. Hauled little square bales all his life. Grew up in Dallas. He's an awesome dude, and he played for the Dallas Cowboys. Now stick with me, I can't remember what the name of the team was, but it was semi-pro before they became the Dallas Cowboys. And he said that the team got in an argument or something, split, and became Dallas Cowboys and some other team that's still playing. He could tell you all the details. We got pictures of him, you know, running the ball and different things, but he was just a beast. And he worked for Dallas Power and Light for like 19 years, climbing poles. I mean, not these, you know, like 30s we got here. He climbing like them 100s and stuff, and transmission poles, and he's just a beast of a man. They don't make them like that no more. I know guys where I work, they talk about, you know, back in the day, they were just animals, you know. Good guys, I mean, good-hearted, but just, man, just strong and big. And that's the way he is. He's just a big, strong man. Even today, at 87, or fixed to be 87, I wouldn't want him to get a hold of me. I mean, he can't walk around like he used to, but the man's still strong. I can't imagine back in his prime. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm just proud of my family and just blessed for all of them, both sides, mine and my wife's. And I gotta get off here. I gotta get going. Love you guys. Appreciate you putting up with me.